All right, welcome to another episode of the Chart Reader. So we are taking a dedicated look at GTII, and look, unfortunately, you should see it by the charts already, but this is not going to be a very positive video, all right? I'll be honest with you all. I love making positive videos. If you want to know the truth, the viewership alone is better. No one wants to hear me say bad stuff about the stock they have their money in, right? I sincerely believe the people that keep saying really good things, all they're doing is trying to get views. They're not trying to help you make decisions, all right? And look, obviously, nothing I say is financial advice, right? I'm just a dude on the internet giving you opinions, right? There's plenty of those. But remember, things are not always rosy and beautiful, all right? Things are bad, and we've basically gone from almost $2, a buck 80, all the way down to a buck 30 in a matter of weeks. Like, I know it only looks like 50 cents. That's kind of insignificant, but that's a little more than 20% as I'm doing some math in my head, right? 18 cents is 10%. Like, that's under 20. Yeah, man. I mean, that's a fat drop, all right? And that's really what I'm here to stress, all right? There are good signals to get out, and then there are good signals to get in, all right? And we'll get into those details shortly, but real quick, what are we gonna do? Same thing we always do, right? We're gonna take a look at the daily and the weekly to see how this thing is setting up short term. We do have our 5 moving averages. There are horizontal support and resistance lines as well as trend lines that I do draw manually myself. And then when we're done up here, we'll use the MACD, RSI, and volume as our lower indicators. Hey, really quickly, if you can please like this video, subscribe to the channel, share, comment, anything you can do really does help with the YouTube algorithms, but I swear, just being here and giving me your time is beyond appreciated, all right? And look, I know there are so many passionate people that do comment often, so I don't even have to say it, but look, I'm not here to hate on your thoughts. You know that, right? Like, if you've got positive things, throw them in the comments, all right? And I'll give you my opinions on them, but yeah, I'm here to be as unbiased as I can be. I try to do it across all my stocks. I've actually come to love this one a little bit, right? But end of the day, I'm not throwing any money into this thing until 185. I've said that across so many videos, right? Got to get over this moving average cluster for me to give some money, all right? So look, let's start talking technicals. And normally I do start on the daily, right? I actually want to come to the weekly because on the last week's video, I said I actually thought that this weekly chart was probably the real story, okay? So the reason I put more emphasis on this 102 line is because my guess was over the next, however many trading days between where we were and where I thought would be going, I thought that the 200 would line up a little better with this 102 line. What I'm basically seeing on the weekly was a horrible loss of 2 moving averages, all right? I say it on the daily and I say it on the weekly. If you're going to lose multiple moving averages on a single candle, I need really good confirmation the next candle, right? So what am I expecting? Honestly, there's one of two things that's probably going to happen by next Friday. We're either coming to 112 or maybe even 102, or we actually might come back up to 145. I don't know if we're going to come up to 156. 156 is essentially where these two lines sit, right? But in my opinion, we're either confirming the loss of these two lines, which means bringing us down here. Oh, my kitty's meowing in the background. No! We're either coming down here to 111. We're either going to try to crawl back 50% candle, which actually lines up really well with my 145, or hey, we might try to come back into the cluster. My problem is MACD's in the negative. Green is actually diverging down, right? We like divergence up, right? It looks like the green moving average line, or sorry, the green MACD line wants to come down, 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 lower, lower, lower into the deep end, right? Dude, this 48 weekly can go so much lower. And again, I'm seeing the green line want to drop out. Volume across the last, month and a bit has been, month and a half, let's just go this far, has been horrible, right? So there's this weekly is really, again, kind of making me say, I think we're coming to 102. Losing 2 moving averages on a single candle, I'm scared, especially with the MACD, RSI, and volume looking the way it does. What's the daily telling me? All right. So look, I'm not okay. I'm gonna say something that I don't genuinely put a lot of weight into, but again, it caught my eye. I'm gonna say it. Okay, on this line, this was a green candle and a green outline. This was a green candle and a green outline. This was a better, like, this isn't a doji. I think this is a hammer. I'm not sure. I'm not the best with like candle shapes, all right? But this wick green is much better than this wick red for sure, all right? And what I was basically trying to say is like, I think we needed a little bit more to happen on Friday for me to believe that this line is going to be a bounce point, all right? It for sure can be. And like I said, the 145 line that I mentioned on the weekly kind of makes sense here on the daily as well, right? We've now fallen out of the moving average. Maybe we're able to kind of crawl our way back up to this, but I'm going to be honest, I don't think we're breaking the 8 moving average, let alone breaking 150, this blue side moved over to point at it, the 150, 100 moving average, right? Like maybe we come up and wick this, or maybe maybe we even close here on Monday, all right? I genuinely believe we're still going to come down towards this 102 by Friday, all right? And again, I know it doesn't sound good to say. I know it is my opinion, you know what I mean? And look, let me at least draw this trend line since we do I'm going to delete this trend line, by the way. All right. We have now definitely, let's keep it. Why not? Fuck it. Okay. What I'm going to do is draw this. So we're going to take from here. Oh, I did that stupid. We're going to take from here and make it go till there. All right. I'm basically taking the corner of this guy. I'm skipping this one. This is a little bit insignificant of a corner. And actually, I don't know if I'm even touching it. I'm not. Let me take this line and put it more right there. Cool. Okay. So again, look, this 145 line is basically going to break the downtrend. And I mean, look, this is going to be a hard corner to break. All right. Maybe, like I said, we can get close to it, but I don't see it. I don't know. All right. And look, I know there are things called falling wedge patterns and this like that. I'm not a pattern trader. All I know is it's going to be really hard to break this little point because you have this line, this line, this line, and then right behind it, this line, right? 150 is a hard dream in my opinion. And honestly, if this line is lost, this 126, it's gonna be a quick fall here because all there's no real plateau happening here, right? So yeah, I'm not gonna say too much. And again, let me just talk about these real quick because I don't think I have. MACD looks bad in the negative, looks like it wants to keep going lower. RSI doesn't look great. Maybe you can kind of say there's a little bit of a curve up, but like, no, I don't care about that. I'm just seeing this downtrend, really. You know what I mean? So and then that's bad volume, right? It's a bunch of red, and the red cells are getting really close to that 50 moving average line, right? So yeah, I'm still sticking with my opinion for the last video. I think 102 is way more likely than 150, let alone that 185 line that I need broken for me to put my hard-earned money into this stock, all right? Again, I'm not here to hate on this stock. I'm not here to bash. End of the day, I'd rather someone tell me the truth than someone just sit here say, rah, 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 it's all good, baby. It's all good. Rah, 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 it's all good. It's all good. No, that's a lie. I almost dropped an F-bomb right there. Yo, have a great one. I appreciate you so much.